Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on more content.
Tanuj, Parul, great to see you guys. I hope you're all safe and both vaccines have been taken. Yeah, all good?
Yes, I've got my certificate. Would you like
I'm not going to ask you for that on camera, bro. But you know, honestly, when somebody is looking as lovely as Parul, you seldom move away from her. But since your co-star is looking so gangster today, I mean, I walked into this shooting area and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he really upped his game.
Thank you, guys.
And considering, you know, he's had a spate of hits and, you know, the last one was very gangster in the platform that cannot be named. I'm like, man, this is cool. So, I mean, credits now, man. Designer, stylist, everything.
And let's just say it.
Like,
1, a 2, a 3. Him.
Everything you, huh?
Yeah, everything me, yeah. I love to shop, yeah. So, and I just got back from Dubai, so.
That's fantastic.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So, value for money.
Absolutely, yeah. Sasta and tikau, yeah. Sindhi, man, so yeah.
It's just very good.
Yeah. In case you guys missed the shoes.
In case you missed the shoes.
Yes.
Parul, I was telling the other crew that it's a really interesting series for everybody who's fascinated by the law.
Yeah.
I don't know if you play a lawyer because you're Sattu's wife, technically in the show.
Akshay's
wife. But the fact that this is a law drama and the law has been such an inseparable part of Indian cinema and series across the sands of time, that must have appealed to you immediately. And I don't mean in a Your Honor and My Lord kind of way, but, you know, showing the law in a very modern kind of way.
Absolutely. I myself like to watch shows that are thriller, whodunit, or a courtroom drama. Who doesn't like it? And this was one of the first ones. So being in season 1 and then doing season 2, it was appealing and interesting to be a part of something like this. But I don't play a lawyer. I play Akshay's wife, who first was just in his personal life, but now in season 2, you see me also get into the business. So I'm working in the firm, but not as a lawyer, of course.
And this is a troubled relationship or not? Because I know that Akshay's character and Neha's character have history in the show.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a spoiler to say they had a relationship.
Yes.
And here's this beautiful wife. And I told Akshay he's lucky being surrounded, and you, Tanuj, will agree with me, being surrounded by 2 beautiful women. Is that conflict really highlighted, and does that happen in season 2?
It does, because as you see me in season 1, I leave him. But then now I've come back to get what's mine. And not just, you see Devika fight for the relationship, and somewhere Akshay is also with her on this, and then they go forward.
Nice,
So
I'm
that's
all for
the
human
thing.
beings working on relationships. That's great. When you come into a series that is already established and one that has a cult following, I mean, season 1 really knocked it out of the park. I mean, it
really did, yeah.
Yes. You know, when you're starting a new thing, you never ask anybody saying, oh, what have the reactions been, because it's brand new. Akshay and you are mates from before,
Yes,
and
we
you
are.
understand. So that must have been a comforting factor.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, coming into this unit, and I see that all of you now are one family, man. I mean, it's quite cool.
It's crazy.
talking
So this is the first show in my OTT career so far where I've not been part of, like I've joined, I'm a little late to the party, right? Otherwise, I'm the one who's usually welcoming other co-stars. Hey, come for season 2, for season 3 or wherever. So for me, all these guys, you know, whether it's Parul, whether it's Neha, of course, Akshay, and most of all Samar Khan, because Sam Khan and me have worked on Codem as well. Like from the first day I was on set, they all made me feel very welcome over there, and they were really awesome. And it's like this shoot just flew by. It really did, you know, like, and that's fantastic. You know, with everything going on in the world and all, sometimes these things, you know, it can become a bit of a drag. You know, the shootings get extended, get postponed. We, touchwood, did not have any of those issues here, and it was almost like a holiday project for me, if I may say so. Yeah.
If we start talking about Samar Khan, it could become an entirely new episode.
Yeah, that is true. Where is the big man?
There is only one Samar Khan.
There's only one Samar Khan.
There are many other people.
Yeah.
But there's only one Samar Khan.
Yeah. I mean, so I have to tell you this. This is how Sam Khan pitches the show to me.
Was partner part of the discussion?
No. So he's like, "Are you free?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just sitting and having chai." He's like, "No. Are you free like for shooting?" I'm like, "When?" He's like, "After 2 months." So it's like Salman Khan. कुछ hota hai. You, me, Voot. I'm like,
come again.
So I'm like, okay, let's go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So much for a pitch.
So that's the pitch. That's all the pitch I get. Also, he understands. That's all the pitch I need because I really trust the guy. He like touch wood. Like we always end up doing like cool stuff together. So that's all. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
So my follow-up question to him was, do I get to sing? Because I never sung in a web series. He's like, no singing, no Sergeant Ji Karai, but everything else.
That
So
would
I'm
be
like-
the day
so I'm like-
in a courtroom
so I'm
drama
like-
breaking out into
so I'm like, is there basketball? She's like, no basketball also. So I'm like, then what's the reference? I don't understand. It was cool, yeah.
But you know, there's been a change of writer, there's been a change of director. And Parul, for you, sometimes it's seamless, sometimes it's not. Did you feel the whole flavor change, or did you feel that, you know, it was just cool? I mean, as an actor, sometimes you feel the screenplay changes, you feel the shot taking changes. Did you notice any of that?
Yeah, it was because we had the director who has worked for so long, and then with him the best part was because whenever we came on set, everything was ready. This was the one set जहाँ पे आते ही shoot कब खत्म हो जाता है, as you said, it felt like a holiday. पता ही नहीं चलता shoot कब खत्म हो गया. So it happened very fast for me, but I was never in the courtroom scenes earlier also, and last season also I was a very small, my character was way smaller than what it is now. It's still a character, but in season 1 बहुत ही कम था. So I cannot say for the experience as much as I think if you ask others, they'll be able to give a better judgment on this.
So, you know, what is it that you really enjoyed about Ashwini and working on this particular edition?
I loved that everything was okay for him and it was very fast. And he just
Proper,
knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And it happened very, very fast. In a good way.
It's in a good way. That's super. I don't want you to give any spoilers, but what's the character like? I mean, are you a lawyer, not a lawyer?
No, I'm not playing a lawyer. And I was actually very, very relieved. That was also part of the pitch. You're not a lawyer. I said, okay, I'm not. Cool. It's still called
Come
illegal,
on, bro,
right?
you're a consummate performer.
No,
You can do
yeah, sure. But sometimes when you watch these shows and films, and I'm like, my God, how much legal jargon are they spewing? You know, like I don't think I can remember so much. I'll go mad. You know. Yeah. So when he said you're like the breath of fresh air. You're not the lawyer. You're like this. He's like, tu Neha ka neighbor hai. I'm like, great, neighbor ही सही. I'm like Vanity Van भी उसके बाहर भी वही चिपका देना. You're Neha's neighbor.
But he's basically a venture capitalist.
Yeah, exactly. He's a venture capitalist.
I have, again, a very romantic notion of Wall Street guys with their business suits, conducting business and, you know, financing things.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I mean, that's the cinema I grew up on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have romantic notions
Absolutely,
of that.
absolutely, yeah. So I was like, my God, it's going to be like just like Wall Street. I'm like Michael Douglas. So he's like, Salman Khan.
I hope you brought enough of Tanuj and enough of Wall Street Michael Douglas.
I guess that remains to be seen from the 25th of November.
Yeah. So neighbor, you know, suave venture capitalist.
We try, yes.
Yeah. In terms of the fact that you're really now closeted with some really fine actors, man. I mean, you're no stranger to fine actors not being there. But I'm saying, you know, guys like Sattu who've actually been lawyers in real life.
Yes.
You know, your mate Akshay, Piyush, who plays JJ. I don't know if you have any scenes.
No,
with
I
him.
don't. Unfortunately, he's the only one who I have no work with. Yeah.
And when you
we were at the same restaurant. That counts.
that counts.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah. We nodded at each other, no? What's up? Yeah.
We didn't know what to do. They were just rolling and we looked at each other. Like, It's not there in the.
It's not there.
But being surrounded by these fine actors, how did those scenes feel for you? You know, did you come away? Sometimes you come away from scenes saying, "Man, I could have done this. I could have done that." You know, because at the end of the day, it's like sparring, isn't it?
Yeah. So I usually express myself and I don't usually have that feeling. I just leave it all out there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you just leave it all out there. And when you sign a show like Illegal, which already has a built-in fan base and this wonderfully eclectic star cast, both young and old and stalwarts of Indian cinema, you know that you cannot afford to have an off day. You cannot afford to have an off hour as well. You just have to bring your A game. And once you wrap your head around that and you psych yourself that doesn't matter if you're the newbie over here, you're going to own that frame. And that's what I try and do. And as I said, you have to instill that self-confidence, and that's what kind of drives, especially a character like that, because he's a very confident guy. And no matter how good or how not good you are as an actor, you can't fake confidence on screen.
True,
so you have to kind of mentally just psych yourself out. So I would just like be like, yeah, I'm the man, boom, let's go, let's do this.
And Parul, all beautiful women go through this. You know, you reach a point in your life when people will look at your Instagram feed, look at the roles that you've done, and say, you know, she's beautiful. You know, so let me glam it up and things like that. But I also know, and I'm sure that Neha also goes through it, that, you know, all beautiful women, when they're performers, have this instinctive thing that I've got to go beyond the beauty, I've got to go beyond the glamour. Did the part test you in terms of acting potential? So how have you felt after season 2, saying, you know, there's enough that has satisfied the actor in me?
I remember Samar Khan telling me,
Gotta hear this.
"See, you're the only sexy thing here, so I've got to utilize."
I'm sure he told Neha that
like,
also.
Neha, he's like, see, Neha ko to aise nahi dikha sakte. She's the lawyer. But see, with you, let's just do this. I mean, I don't know how to put this. This can come across very wrong.
See, babe, you can bring the glam. Because you are the glam.
You are the glam. We need the glam from you.
Yeah.
No, but he made it up to me. I'm doing another show and I'm playing someone so different. So different. Like, he knows about it. I can't talk about it right now. But
I'm not complaining about beauty and glam.
no,
I
but
think
it
you're
was
beautiful
testing.
and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
seeing you like that, but I'm just
As
saying.
an actor, if it challenged me or not, I don't know, not as much, because this character doesn't have too many conflicts going on. I felt that she does have her duffer moments also in the show, Devika, which I didn't agree with as an actor, but it was hard for me to do something that she was doing.
You know, lawyer shows are very defining, dude, or lawyer movies.
Yes.
I can never get courtroom scenes between Mr. Amrish Puri and Sunny Deol out of my mind, that high kilo, this, that. Then there's the recent Jolly LLBs.
Yes.
And then, you know, there's Boston Legal.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that's been made. Is there a courtroom drama in India or abroad that you've enjoyed? I know that, you know, playing a lawyer is a bit of a tough one, but is there something that you went through a movie and you said, man, this is a cool way to represent
There are a couple
lawyer.
of films that really stay with me. One is Witness for a Prosecution, really old film, but I think it's an absolute like knockout, an absolute classic. And another one that really stays with me is A Few Good Men.
Oh my God.
Like
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
No
you
one
can't,
cares about
you
the
can't
truth.
handle the truth.
You
Yeah,
cannot handle the
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
handle the truth. I was
That's
like, no one cares about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And the
And just
tension.
that monologue
Yeah.
and just everything. I mean, that's cinematic gold. That's fire right there.
That's a beautiful pick, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Any films? Like I said, you know, there's so
I
much
think
in
it
Indian
was,
cinema also to pick from.
Chicago Trial, which was
The trial of Chicago 7.
Chicago
Yes,
7.
yes,
That
yes.
I recently saw.
Fantastic
and
pick,
it
yeah.
blew my mind, and such great actors.
And
There
the
was
writing. Aaron
writing,
Sorkin, man.
Everyone, it was a great.
Yeah.
But 90s Hindi cinema is very kitschy as far as that is concerned.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually thought that happened in courtrooms.
yeah.
Yeah?
Milord.
And I
believe
have
nobody
some
says
lawyer
Milord
friends,
anymore.
and
I don't think.
I have some lawyer friends, and when they knew I was part of this show, they didn't know if I'm playing a lawyer. No, they're like, please, when you go, do not be like, I object, me lord, because we don't do that. So represent us well. I'm like, hey, I'm not a lawyer on the show, but I shall convey the message to my friends who are playing lawyers. Okay.
Yeah, so you did get some tips on lawyer friends which are from lawyer friends which are wasted. But as far as finance guys are concerned, I'm sure you have a lot of friends, man. Guys you went to school and college with who are now
Yes, I do. Yeah.
bankers and things.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So I mean,
And they're a different breed, aren't they? I mean,
They
they're
really
not-
are.
They're not the,
But they're quite.
rarely they're artistic.
But they're a little boring, to be honest. Even though they're my friends, I have to say it. So I can't be a hypocrite and be like, oh, you know what? I took this from this person. I took nothing from them, because if I played their version of how they lead their lives as this character, this would be my first and last season of Illegal. So yeah, I would be a very, very boring character, and I was given the responsibility to kind of like, you know, liven things up a bit. So I'm like, let's just say, Tanuj, what if you were that guy? How would you do it? And acting's all about what if, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Neha, she's lovely, and you know, again,
Yes.
this entire wave. You know, I just saw her in another film recently.
Yeah.
You're getting all these meaty parts.
Yeah.
You know, like Neha's last director was like, dude, I thought she was an Instagram sensation. She won't know how to speak Hindi, and look what she turned out to be.
I get really annoyed when people,
when people
like judge that, you know,
Instagram
whether
profile.
Sneha or Parul. Like, I mean, these guys are great on Instagram because they are also wonderful as actors.
Lovely.
Not the other way around. Like, I mean,
Correct.
these are not a bunch of influencers who are trying to act. They know their job. So give them that credit. And all those millions and gazillions of followers are because they're fans of their work. So so those are the secondary fringe benefits.
True. So
Yeah.
talk about Neha. You know, it's a romantic interest. The trailer says that.
Yeah.
You know, so
right.
our
Yeah, that's not a
scenes with
spoiler.
her,
Yeah.
it's not a spoiler.
Yeah, I'm her romantic interest. So I try and be romantic and a bit interesting around her and for the audience. And it's really easy breezy. You know, like even when you interact with Neha in real life. She's wonderful. Like, I can literally talk to her about any topic under the sun and she'll have her point of view and something to say. And it's very attractive when someone can speak about anything and not just, okay, these are the things I'm good at talking about, so let's just talk about X, Y, and Z. And it was really easy. And of course, with Akshay, I mean, like, we've got this whole bromance thing going on for the longest
so you were
time.
saying that there was me and Neha, but if he had to choose, he'll choose him, Akshay.
There is an accusation, Milord, since they don't use Milord anymore.
I object!
The accusation is that when you and Akshay were on set,
They were inseparable.
it's not me, it's Neha, it's Sattu and Akshay.
Akshay, everyone says that.
Akshay agreed,
You agree?
saying that you guys were a riot. You were entertainment value. So, you know, nobody can hold that against you.
Right.
But sometimes it was difficult to get the acting mode on because of you guys.
Yes.
Guilty as charged.
Absolutely. Please send me to prison for that. I absolutely take that, whatever punishment it is, because it's very difficult to act with Akshay. Not because he's not a good actor. In fact, he's a very good actor. But when we see each other, and if you ever do an interview with the two of us together, you'll be like, guys, what have you all eaten for lunch?
So that's why they split the two of you up.
Yes, I mean, you know,
so.
yeah. So my first question when I was walking in, so they're like, okay, Parul and you are going. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Where's Akshay? This is the other chair. We can accommodate him. No, his is done. He's just done without me. Why? So yeah, no. But he's a lovely guy. I know him. I know his family very well. And there's just like sometimes. I wouldn't say I have too many friends in the industry, but the ones who I have, the ones who are actors, like he's right top of the heap, and he's a lovely guy, and we just have a lot of similar vocations that we kind of vibe about. You know?
Yeah, and you know, in that aspect, you're at different life spaces in life. I mean, he's got a 4-year-old. You know, you're where you are.
Yeah.
But you obviously find enough common ground that you can be. I love it when
I think
actors
also
can just
because
be
we are in
themselves.
different spaces in our life, so we actually end up connecting more. Like, you know, I live my life vicariously through him, and he does so with me. You know, because we're on two opposite ends of the fence.
So
Akshay got
it.
married when he was really young, and I'm going to be 35 in a couple of weeks, and I'm showing no signs of getting married. So, you know, we're very different individuals, but I also feel that's where you have this beautiful dynamic between the two of us.
Okay, we're reaching year end. Are you taking a break, lovely Parul? Are you taking some time off for Christmas, New Year's? Are you going to be traveling, or are you just going to be working? How's Christmas and New Year's looking like?
I really don't know. I just take each day as it comes.
No
but right
holidays
now,
planned.
no, I don't. I'm not much of a. I like to work whenever I can.
Yeah.
So if there's a work opportunity, I'll take that first. But right now, I'm just going to France to shoot.
I'm going to
Not
Mira
to
Road.
miss.
Yeah. So, yeah.
While the rest of us are at Nero.
And then I'm just
Yeah.
staying there extra to just roam around a little. Why not?
Is this Paris or Nice or Lyon or where are you?
Nice.
Huh?
Nice.
Nice.
I'm going to Mira Road with my niece. So, yeah.
You can please WhatsApp him pictures. Do you have his number? Please WhatsApp him to make
Oh
him
no, I'll
feel
put it
awful.
on my Instagram. A lot.
That is funny. What about you, man? Are you a hardworking boy? Are you taking some time?
Hardworking, but soon to be hardly working because Christmas, New Year's is with the family. That's our pact every year. So 25th December to 2nd of Jan, no matter what, the world could be coming to an end, but I will spend it with my family. So that's the plan.
Where are you guys going?
We're going to Ooty.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We have a nice
That's
family
like
place there. So we're
proper
Udaka
going
family.
Mandala,
Yeah.
Booty, my neck of the woods. That's amazing. That's
That
so
only.
cool.
That's the
That's
plan.
lovely.
So I will
just
try and...
And you do the whole tree routine? Do you guys put up a tree and decorate it and things
No,
like
I
that?
usually just go for the bottle of wine, but yeah.
What do you do?
My mother does the
We
tree
set up a
routine.
tree. I mean, we set up a tree. I mean, in the sense, that's the beauty of India, isn't it? We're a secular country, man.
It's amazing.
It's just,
It really is.
so we try and do that. We try
Yeah.
and decorate it and just, put some gifts in there so, the kids are around.
It's so
it.
festive and it's just something
It's just
about
like it,
Christmas, like, yeah.
But yeah, given a choice, I wouldn't mind some mulled wine. And you're going to have a lot of it when you go to France.
Oh, yes, yeah. I'll see it all
I'm
over
coming back on
Instagram.
20th. That's the sad thing. I come back when the things will start.
Yeah. No, but
Last question. Why should somebody see a legal season 2 on Voot Select, apart from Tanuj being in it and Parul being in it? The show.
well, Sattu, Neha, Piyush, Sir, and Akshay, of course, and also because I think the writing, the production quality, just the scale and scope of the show has only incrementally improved and increased with the passing season, you know. And I feel these like everybody is very creatively motivated over here, and I think that's the reason why you guys are going to like Illegal season 2 twice as much as you like the first part.
Because you've loved season 1 and that's the reason why we made season 2. So it's only for you and just watch.
And lovely Parul is in both. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanuj.
Thank you.
One world, your station.